Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So in today's video we are going to learn about how we can paint wisteria trees. So in the previous video I have shown you how we can draw all these wisteria tree in detail, like all the flowers, stems and leaves and all those stuff. And you can create your own composition. Like in this one I have created totally different composition as compared to this particular one, and then you can put some color into it. That's the first way to paint wisteria. Now I'm going to show you two different ways to paint wisteria tree. I'm using this normal drawing sheet. This is not watercolor sheet, and my first ways are going to be with water soluble leads. So these are 48 sets of color in it. So I'm going to use pink, purple, blue for the flowers, brown, gray, black for the tree trunk, and green color for the leaves. Now we need a basic guideline for ourselves to create tree trunk and flower section. I have already shown all these things in detail in my previous video, so I'm going on a speedway just to save our time. So you can create some round sections to create flowers in it, and you can create one base tree trunk, something like this. And for the second one I'm keeping it simple. I'm adding 3 sections to create flowers. So this is the basic guideline. We don't need that much amount of pencil mark with us. So I'm rubbing all the pencil mark and I can see the pencil mark yet, so it's fine. Now the first ways are with water soluble pencils. If you don't have all these colors, all these water soluble color leads, not to worry about. You can use normal watercolor as well to paint wisteria tree, which is the second way to paint. If you don't have all these pencils, you can buy a smaller set and try what you can do with the pencil itself, or else you can just go with watercolor method. So follow my previous video and start creating same thing with the help of pencil, just a little difference here and there. So you can create lines like this with the help of purple color to start with. I'm going to use 2 to 3 different shades of color to paint flowers. So this is my first color, and creating flowers are very simple when it comes to the pencil. Now we need to apply color something like this, the top area a little broader, and then as we are going downward direction we are keeping the sections fine and fine, so we are getting some long triangle kind of shape. So something like this you need to do for each and every sections that you have. So this is the one bunch of wisteria flower, we can say, and we should have one pointed end at the end. And I'm going to repeat this throughout the sections that I have. You can create some lines as well in between, it's totally fine. So this is the first layering of colors that we are doing. Let's repeat the same thing for all these sections, and make sure we are getting pointed end at the end. So something like this. Now I'm using second color, this is violet color, and I'm going to paint same kind of stuff with this particular color as well, having same kind of process, narrowing down the pencil mark as we're going downward direction, and something like this we can create. You can do some overlapping between 2 colors, or you can create a separate section for this particular color, it's totally fine. And repeat the same thing for all the sections that we have. So nothing fancy in here. Even if you are a beginner, even if you want your kids to make all these things, you can easily make them understand. Once you get satisfaction with all these structure, you can start with the tree trunk. So for the tree trunk I'm using brown, black and dark brown. So with the help of light brown color I'm filling my tree trunk area. I'm roughly doing all these things, no precise method or process needed. Even you can just simply roughly you can add all these colors into tree trunk area, because anyways we are going to use water to mix all these color together, so you will get better result as compared to what we are seeing as of now. So I'm adding dark brown color and black color in between as well to get some darker shade into the tree trunk. I know I'm showing all these things in a speed way because, to be frank, it's not needed to see all these things in detail, but I'll suggest you all to take all your time to do all these things slowly and gradually, and then you can add leaves as well at the top of the flower structure or in between maybe. That is also totally fine. So for the leaves also, as you can see, I'm not creating any leaf kind of shape or pattern. I'm just scratching the green color at the top to create some leaves. So this is the basic step. Now with the help of clean brush and clean water, I'm spreading the color, but I'm not ruining my basic structure of flowers and all. So I'm keeping pointed ends, but you can dissolve all the colors with each other so that you can get a beautiful transactions of color into your flower sections. This is the one method that we can utilize while using water soluble pencil leads, and you can repeat the same thing throughout these sections. You can repeat the same thing for the stems, for the tree trunk, and for the leaves as well. So that is what I'm going to do now. So watch me doing all these things. Make sure you are using clean water and clean brush whenever you are switching from one section to another. So while switching to the stems or leaves, just clean your brush and then repeat the same thing. Now let's do the same thing for the tree trunk as well. We have used black and brown color, and when you use water to mix all these colors, you will see a very nice effect of all the colors together. And I think it's the easiest way to do all these things. So try once using all these water soluble pencil. I would suggest maybe you will like it better as compared to the watercolor. Now let it dry for some time. Meanwhile we can switch to the second one. So second one is with watercolor itself, but I'm also using this gel pen. So this is 005 mm gel pen, and I'm creating a guideline having lines in it to create some flowers. Anyways, I'm going to use these gel pen at the end also to finish my painting, so it's fine if you're creating all these lines with the help of pen itself. So this is what we have done. You can outline the tree trunk as well if you want to, and basically I want to keep both ways very simple so that even if you are a beginner, you can paint all these things easily. Now let me rub all the unwanted pencil mark, and once done we can use light purple color for the first layering. I'm simply moving my brush into vertical direction to get something like this, having one pointed end. Do not hold your brush straight, keep your brush little bit tilted so that within one stroke you will get some like pointed end and broader end at one side. And this is the first layering wherein we have used light shade of purple. Now I'm using dark shade and I'm repeating the same thing. So I'm going through each and every section trying to create some flower pattern but having different colors in it. So we are not hiding all the light shade of purple, but we are adding dark shade of purple in it. And last color I'm using is pink color. So I'm using third color to create flowers, and I think this much is enough. And now you can see how beautiful our tree is looking like. And this one is the simplest process to do all these things, right? Now you can create some leaves in between wherever you feel like. I'm adding few at the top of the each section, and something like this you can do for your watercolor painting. So I think this is the easiest way to paint something like this. When it comes to the tree trunk, again I'm going to use all the burnt sienna and burnt umber, brown color, brown shades, black color, all those colors to create my tree trunk. Literally I'm not concentrating much on the trunk area. I'm just adding different shades of color and blending it with the help of clean water. I think this much is enough for now, and blend it properly to get some proper shape of tree trunk. Now I'm going to show you few different ways to use these LEDs. I have already covered all these things in my previous video, but let me show you once again. So either you can use your brush and take color out of your pencil and start your drawing, or else you can sprinkle some colors using clean water like this. So I'm sprinkling some color. I don't know whether you are able to see these things or not, but this is giving very nice effect when it comes to the smaller flower in a tree branch. So I think it's a very nice idea to do something like this, or else you can dip your pencil into the water and get some dark shades and create some dark pattern like this. So I'm dipping my pencil lead into the water and creating something like this. Now the last step is creating flowers structure with the help of pen itself. So I'm creating different sections of flowers with the help of 005 mm needle pen. You can use normal ball pen as well, it's totally fine. Whenever I do something like this, I feel like my structure is more precise as compared to creating everything on a loose side. So I think we can do something like this throughout the flower structure that we have. I'm showing you for few, and then you can do the same thing for the leaves as well. Now when it comes to the tree trunk, you can add some sketching methods like hatching and cross hatching. So I'm adding some hatching method at one side of the tree trunk to create some better effect, and you can do some cross hatching as well in between tree trunk, and these kind of things you can do just to finish your painting. And one more time, I have taken my time to create all these things. It is not like the way I'm showing in the video. So do it slowly, do it in your own speed. You don't have to match my speed. That is something I want to suggest you. And then you can repeat the same thing for this particular one as well, creating flower pattern with the help of pen. And you can repeat the same thing for all these sections like we are doing for every other process that we did for this particular painting. And we are almost done. I know I have shown you all these things in a speed way, but hope you have understand all these things. Please do let me know if you have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching my videos. See you guys in the next video.